Today we're going to have some chicken breast with mushrooms in cream sauce. First we begin with our one chicken breast, and for that chicken breast, it's always good to always wash and pat it dry with a paper towel. Cut it into small pieces. Then with the Dekkades pestonade. Remember, pestonade is, you'll be introduced to pestonade, which is one of my products that I create and we manufacture, and it is for sale. We're going to be seasoning the chicken today with the Dekkades pestonade, a little bit of salt and some pepper. And once we do that, we leave it on the side for about, I would say, you can leave it for 15-20 minutes, even half an hour if you choose. Or you can immediately start cooking, because the pestonade is, such a wonderful marinade that it can really marinate the chicken while it is cooking. We then start prepping our other ingredients for our dish. So we have our onions. You can chop your onions, cut them sideways, long. And then we have the portobello mushrooms. Then we have peppers, and interestingly, I ran out of bell peppers because I love bell peppers. So what did I do? I had the pimento peppers, which we generally call in the islands. It's called, sometimes some islands call it a seasoning pepper, but it is a pimento pepper. It's extremely flavorful. All right, so now that all your ingredients are prepped, next we get about a third of a stick of butter. It is salted butter. You can use unsalted butter. Just always control the quantity of salt. And once you have about a third of the butter, you put it in you get a non-stick pan, and you just put it around in your pan. And as the butter starts melting, try not to make the butter melt too much because you don't want it to burn. It's on high heat because you want to saute. So you put in the onions, and then you put in your mushrooms, let them saute a little bit. Then you add your garlic, your mushrooms, and your onions, and then you put in your tomatoes, and you just put just a little drop of salt in there, so the onions can nicely sweat in the pan, and let it do its thing in the pan. Now, as you can see, know that all the ingredients, the vegetables have started sauteing. I move everything halfway in the pan, and now I take my marinated chicken with the pesto and I put it in the pan. Put it in the pan and just let it allow the chicken breast to start cooking. To the chicken breast, we add some turmeric, a little bit of cayenne pepper, some oregano flakes, and then we add some of our red pestonade. We have the green, but this one we add more of the red pestonade to it. I would say probably about a 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon, of red pestonade to the chicken breast. And remember, it was already marinated with some. We're just enhancing the flavor. So once we have all the ingredients in, now we can mix everything together, because remember, the chicken breast is cut in small little pieces, so it will cook quickly. You don't want it to overcook for it to become dry. So just allow it to mix with the other vegetables in the pan. Now, once you see everything, the chicken looks like it's cooking, as you can see in the pan. I would say you mix it around in the pan for another about 5 minutes or so on high heat. Then you can lower down your heat to about medium. And once you do that, you get your heavy cream. So you add about half a cup of heavy cream. Again, it's to your liking. I'm not really a heavy cream person per se, but sometimes I do enjoy the flavor of it. And once you do that, you have some Parmesan cheese. You can put just about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. You can add it to the gravy, and again you lower the heat because you don't want the gravy to dry up too quickly. One of the things that I do sometimes, depending on how heavy the sauce is, I may add some water. I may add some water to the sauce to just allow it to have more sauce, because heavy cream can be very fattening, and if you're watching your fat content, you can always just keep it on low heat and mix it around. It will blend nicely and keep the gravy nice and creamy. Once you're done, I had some leftover rice from the day before. Again, you just go in your fridge, anything that you can find, you take it and you use. You get a nice little mold. You can create a beautiful mold. Do a beautiful mold with your rice, and then you just take your gravy with your vegetables and your chicken, nice creamy gravy, and you just pour it right around, create a beautiful style, and that's it. You can garnish with a little bit of paprika and some parsley flakes, and voila, you have a meal which didn't take longer than an hour. You can prepare everything in an hour. So if you have leftover pasta or anything, even with bread, you can make a beautiful chicken dish, chicken in cream sauce, and serve it to your guests or have it for dinner. Enjoy it with your family. And again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Dekkades of Food, where we will explore so many different types of food. You can go on that food journey with me and Dekkade. And again, if you are interested in getting Dekkade pastonade, which is a really wonderful marinade, you can just look in the credits below and you can go ahead and order. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.